up and running. Don't have to promote on the X's because the X's is self-promoted. I should probably just reshare the thing, though. Alright, if friends and family would be so kind as to put us on the YouTubes in the background, either on cell phones or extra laptops or wherever, we'd appreciate it. Thank you.
Welcome.
I was also talking to Daisha.
Hi, Daisha.
Yeah, I'm cool. Are we live?
Yes.
Are we live? Are we alive? Oh no. I can hear myself in my own ear. I've been thinking that we should start to weigh in on real-time politics. Really start to divide our crowd. I'm saying we join the no labels party. You know, really set ourselves apart from all those people with the labels.
Absolutely. We need our cult following to have the labelist of labels.
Oh,
All right, launching.
No, but we don't have a label.
Loading screen.
We're not joining
Fire.
that labeled, non-labeled, no labels party. We are our own political party. I am running for King of the Universe, and I already own it, so I called it. Not very democratic, but it works. You guys like it?
Well, of course.
Ensnared the cult in my mind trap. Honestly, I'm just working on my manifestation. I figure if I say King of the Universe, eventually it'll apply.
Yeah, that's what they say. It just takes is just don't give up. Well, that's what most people do. So.
I thought it was writing it on your mirror and sitting it on public television as much as you can.
Well, that too.
You guys all try to knock me up.
Man, that thumbnail actually looks good.
I'll agree to.
It's a simple thumbnail, but effective.
It's an effective, man. I'm gonna simple thumbnail.
Right, my phone's in the shop.
You broke your phone. How do you do that?
I do. Well, they sent me a bum phone this time, but the other times I broke it was because it fell out of my lap and face first onto the gravels.
Oh, dude, that happens all the time.
I are stupid!
You gotta just scream.
Man, running music from Wipeout of Fast Fusion today. Lol. Sure. No, our music is not, it's...
No, our music is original, bro. All original.
Man with the screen protector duder. Case with the screen protector duder. Yes. Oh, wait. Is
Yeah,
chat
dude,
highlighted?
I dropped my phone so many times.
No.
And because
No, I
it's
haven't
the
learned.
first screen protector, it's the only one that survived.
Nice.
Screen that is protecting it, dead. It's shattered to pieces. It looks so gross. But the screen underneath it, shiny new. I'm impressed with myself.
Oh, Sarge, I'm getting the 2025 Razor. So, I got a new phone on the way. All right, speaking of on the way, we're gonna be back on the way in 6 minutes. We're going quiet. We'll see you all on the other side. Tonight, we got some exciting Star Wars Starfighter news, as well as everything else that's going on in the entertainment industry, and what movies are going to be shaping up for the rest of this year, and all cool things to come on the Entertainment Information Intelligence Podcast. And welcome to tonight's Entertainment Information Intelligence Podcast. I am Petey York, joined by the ever so lovely Mr. Pollo Zapatos.
Hello, hello.
And of course, our other usual Mr. Corio and Wishing Residence, who is not here presently at this time, out there having to battle in the currency factories late at night, getting that extra dough, saving that extra. Well, he can tell us all about it probably next week if we have a show next week. We are, of course, here to discuss entertainment news and everything, and you know, why is that important? Well, it's important to us because we believe in restoring some integrity in, actually, well, maybe it's not restoring integrity, maybe it's establishing integrity within the entertainment news, so to speak. I mean, yes, we need to reestablish integrity in of course, our mainstream medias and all that stuff. But you know, let's do little baby steps at a time here. We don't need to go full frickin' send into just
We'll set
correcting
the
everything.
No, we'll set the standard so they can do it by following in our footsteps.
I
we're
hate
not
I hate
preaching
to
their
admit it,
territory.
but when I was a young warthog, I actually enjoyed watching this show called Entertainment Tonight. I don't know if it's still on. I mean, if it is, it should just be it's just be absorbed now. But I did kind of like some of the way they presented the, you know, Hollywood gossip. It felt like there was some integrity sometimes. And then there were other times when it felt like just gossip for the sake of gossip because they needed content. And see, I think we can, you know, have those kinds of conversations, and we can have that much fun. But just, you know, doing it from an honest perspective, and also talking about the stuff that makes us all excited to be fans. And of course, that's why on this channel particularly, we talk a lot about Star Wars and Star Trek. But we're always down to talk some Marvel. We're always down to talk some. Jade Ghost says, knock knock, Disney lawyer at the door. That's right. Sorry. Apologies to the Disney overlords. I meant to say praise Disney. We love you. You are the greatest company in the world. Nobody does entertainment as good as Disney. If you're not watching Disney, you are an idiot. Hopefully goes away. I don't know why he's knocking at Jay's door. Jay's not anywhere near me. We'll just put it that way. Or maybe he is. John, why is entertainment news important to you? Why is it that you come? Because we started this. Well, we did the Tuesday thing, the Tuesday Night Live show. We mostly did show reviews. We want to get back to doing show reviews again, but it's gonna just take a little time. We also need a show that any one of us can do by ourselves at any given night. So that's also why we have the formula we do.
No. My whole reason for doing this, it's not so much the entertainment news. I do like that because it's like talking about what's coming up. But like I'm here only to broadcast what I like and what I don't like. Like I like to think of myself as a real-time audience member. For anybody watching, I am not special. The more special I become, the less universal my take is. So like my whole purpose is to just talk about what I do and don't like and what I do and don't think would be better. Like when I hear all of our like news takes, like I prefer to only add value. So like if I hear somebody's gonna be directing, I'm like, oh, I really hope they look into this. Because that's what me as an audience member feels. It has very little to do with like I don't want to research their lives. I don't want to get to know
Celebrity
more about
gossip
the hot goss.
see, that was the part of the show, the entertainment side, I didn't much care for. See, I liked the behind the scenes stuff. I liked the on the lot in Hollywood, you know, with the actors on set giving little sneak previews.
Yeah. See, that to me that's not hot gossip,
Right.
but it is.
Well, it technically,
You know, it's weird. It's really hard to like delineate because like you're talking about something, right? And so to be talking about something without it being able to be presented yet, you know, it's kind of like the line of gossip. So I do like seeing that stuff, but like even then, if I was given the chance to go do an audience like tour, I would talk exactly as I would think would be best for me. And I don't know for sure if the questions would be what everybody else would be thinking. And that's my point. Like my point is not to fight anybody on their opinions. Instead, it's to show that we should all be sharing opinions.
I agree.
Like the more we know about each other, the more we get to know about each other. And that's a good thing.
Exactly. So with that, it's time to dive into our opinions on what's going on in Tinseltown. David Zaslav, Spinco, Warner Bros. Discovery CEO outlines bold choice to split company. So Warner Bros. CEO David Zaslav told Wall Street analysts Monday that the bold choice to effectively unbundle the company he helped forge 3 years ago reflects our beliefs that each company will go further and faster apart than they can together. Well, he might actually be right on that. So they tried an experiment and it didn't work. We are in the midst of this generational disruption and things are changing. They've changed significantly the last few months. Yeah, no, I have to agree. CEO and WBD CFO Weidenfels, excuse me, I can read, hosted an investor call early Monday outlining the rationale that led to the looming split and detailing a little bit about what each business will look like once the deal is complete. Alright, I don't want to spend too much time diving into this, but this, of course, affects another show that we, of course, absolutely love, and that is Strange New Worlds. So, John, what do you think of WB and Discovery splitting?
Finally, we've gotten an example of decentralized leadership.
John's happy. Alright.
Yeah, it creates a new source of leadership that can guide a different direction, at least from what we've already been seeing. But at the same time, like, how long until this one merges with somebody else? Like, it really sounds like he just created another product to sell to other bigger companies that aren't doing the right things either.
The ever hopeful optimist I see there, John. That's good to hear. Yeah, I mean it would explain why they're, maybe putting it into some Star Trek shows for now.
There's-
So
To me, there's optimism, and then there's trusting a CEO. And if you're optimistic about what a CEO will ever do, you're an idiot unless you're the guy that is paying the CEO. Because in that case, you know for a fact he's going to make you more money.
I mean, you do kind of have to trust the CEO at some point. They are the head of the company, so
You don't have to trust them.
well, not
Like,
implicitly, but you have to
No,
trust that they're
you
going to
just
do a
have
good job
do
and then go
your
from there.
job. Because, like, if you trust your CEO, there's more of a chance of him pulling an Enron. But if you don't trust him and he knows you don't trust him, he has to sell you every day. He has to convince you he belongs. And that's better for everybody else when the CEO is convincing everyone that he belongs. Rather than just the board, just the shareholders.
Yeah.
He should be convincing the team that he's the team leader, not banking on the fact that his title is CEO, therefore he should be trustworthy enough.
HBO's
You
Harry
can
Potter
see
casts 9 more roles, including Draco Malfoy. Speaking of CEOs, if you're into Harry Potter, and I mean, for me, I would say that probably just one step below Doctor Who for me. It's not my first and favorite choice. Obviously, I grew up, I was, Lord of the Rings fan, and then after Return of the King, it was like, yeah, that was so amazing. Wait, you guys are getting more Harry Potter movies? They get like 8 Harry Potter movies, and we only get 3 Lord of the Rings. No, I wasn't that jealous. It was more like Cartman from a certain episode of South Park when, he and his friends are out on their own fellowship, and he encounters them, and they say, "Hi, we're playing Harry Potter." Ha ha! Anyway, Draco Malfoy has been cast, and the TV adaptation of J.K. Rowling's fantasy series has announced 9 actors playing key roles for its first season tackling Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. So book 1 will be season 1. Well, okay. Cast includes Catherine Parkinson as Molly Weasley, Lox Pratt as Draco Malfoy, Johnny Flynn as Lucius Malfoy, Leo Early as Seamus Finnegan. Is that Samus Finnegan? Seamus. Yes, Seamus, spelled Seamus, but we say it's Seamus because America. Alessia Leone as Pravati Patil? Patil? Sienna Moosh as Lavender Brown, Belle Powley as Petunia Dursley, Daniel Rigby as Vernon Dursley, and Bertie Carvel, or probably Carvel, as Cornelius Fudge. Oh, I guess I could have read these off while putting the picture. Anyway, that's who they have cast in all those exciting roles. John, what do you think of the upcoming? You were a Harry Potter fan longer than I was, so.
No. I'm not quote unquote a fan. I like the fact that there is a series, but I just watch it at Christmas time because they have the coolest Christmas scenes.
I mean, some of us normal folks do Lord of the Rings at Christmas time, but yeah, hey, to each their own. That's okay. No, I'm just kidding.
Name one Christmas scene in Lord of the Rings.
Jay Go says,
Name
actually,
one
it's
floating
Seamus because
Christmas
Ireland. Yeah, you're probably right. I mean, half of that language is just drunken slurs thrown together anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I don't really care. I've heard a lot of mixed opinions about the current like casting, but I legitimately cannot bring myself to
I wish we could get H. Marie on the
deal.
show tonight. She enjoys Harry Potter. She'd probably have a couple of things to say, but she was too cool to join us tonight. So maybe next week or next time we do this. In that case, let's move on to the live-action How to Train Your Dragon review. DreamWorks live-action remake retains charm but plays it safe. That means it's the same movie, just with people instead of cartoons. Or, excuse me, animated characters. Whatever. Let's read this review. And why are we reading somebody else's review? Well, why do we only have to read our own reviews on this channel? We're the Writer Brothers, not the exclusive has to only read Petey's and Poyo's opinions. But if you'd prefer our opinions only, just let us know. Reviewing a live-action remake is a fraught task. You're right. That's why we made you do it, and we're not. How many times can you underscore the profit motive during these endeavors? Yeah, a lot. Or lament the lack of originality or creativity? You're doing a pretty good job. Even when they are soulless, these remakes have made companies a lot of money. Well, that's true. They're basically nostalgia bait for, millennial parents. Oh, hey, you're gonna see a cooler version of the cartoons I grew up with. Let's see. These remakes are lots of money, and many moviegoers embrace the experience of introducing their young ones to CGI version of the end of literally the thing I just said. In light of these trends, DreamWorks has decided to follow in the footsteps of Disney and cash in on the remake industrial complex.
It's clever.
Love it. Who did this? Who did this review? Movia got... Oh, man. Good job. You? No, really, good job. But, come on to our show and help me pronounce your name, please. In light of these trends, DreamWorks has decided to cash in on the remake industrial complex. How to Train Your Dragon is the studio's first foray into the world. The studio originally released How to Train Your Dragon based on the book series by Cressida Cowell as a charming animated feature in 2010. Now they're running it back with Dean DuBois, who co-directed the original. Oh, DuBois? DuBois?
Yeah. Like LeBois?
Huh.
City of Trees? The Trees?
The original with Chris Sanders. He serves as both screenwriter and sole director in this version and is joined by a cast of newish faces whose formidable performances help carry an entertaining, if not quite necessary, feature. This version of How to Train Your Dragon doesn't stray from the original film all that much, but there's a minor tonal shift, more robust characterizations, especially for Astrid, played by Nico Parker, and the experimentalism of CGI. Mason Thames, a teenage mainstay of horror films, plays Hiccup, the clumsy and empathetic hero of this franchise. The actor brings a Disney Channel star kind of energy, that familiar, endearing, optimistic gusto to his performance, which differs from Jay Bruchel, is he? Yeah. How does he say his name? Is it Baruchel? More humorously weary and sometimes sardonic approach to the character's woes. Yeah, I mean, you can't really mimic that for the live action. There's a certain amount of sarcasm you can get away with in animation that you just can't. All right, we're gonna go ahead and take a break from this article and go to the comments. Jay says, if you listen to the trolls screaming, you'd think they'd cast R. Kelly as Lupin for the regular cat or a regular cactus as Dumbledore. Jago says, bear a shell. Bear a shell. Yeah, I'll mess that up several more times. Alright, and now back to the article. When you meet Hiccup in the remake, he's introducing us to the goings-on of the Viking village. Berk, while the townspeople are embroiled in a ferocious battle with dragons. Because Hiccup is a less skilled Viking, not really gifted with agility, hand-eye coordination, or any other traits that make one a competent warrior, He's stuck sharpening tools and offering provisions, just like in the cartoon version. This is until he decides to test a new instrument he's built to catch the most elusive creature of them all, the Night Fury. His plan predictably backfires, and he humiliates himself and his father, Stoik, the burly Viking chief, played again by Gerard Butler. Oh, he reprised the role in live action? If you've read Coel's books or even seen the 2010 film, you know what happens next. The next day, Hiccup ventures into the forest and finds the Night Fury to be trapped in his Rube Goldberg-esque invention. He tries to kill the beast, but a moment of connection stops him. When Hiccup looks into the dragon's lime green eyes, he sees not an enemy, but a similarly fearful creature. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much the same movie. Alright, still, How to Train Your Dragon honors the charm of the original. If not, it's not an essential remake, but at least it's not an offensive one. Well, isn't that our important line of the review? John, what do you think? What's your review of this review?
It really sounds like they made the same movie.
I mean, I can't say that with absolute certainty because I gotta go see it myself. But hey, you know, they didn't poop on it. They didn't, not put Gantu in it. So,
Dude, so in that case, like, I'm down to watch it when it comes to the streamer that I find it on first. Like,
yeah.
I'm not. If anything, it just really.
You don't want to go to the theater.
Made it worth it. Dude, I don't have theater time anymore, or theater energy. So, like, it really helps when they get to streamers.
Speaking of kicking out Gantu, box office John Wick spinoff Ballerina opens to sluggish $25 million. What? Lilo and Stitch rules with $32.5 million. Yeah, so what the previous article said about all the freaking remakes, it seems that as we've mentioned Lilo and Stitch live action before. Again, I will be waiting for that to hit the D+, because I don't need to, see it. But I guess the new John Wick spinoff. John, were you excited for the John Wick spinoff? I had heard about it, but I stopped watching John Wick after the first movie because.
Oh, dude, I love John Wick. I just did not hear anything about this until I did, and then Call of Duty did a team up with them, and I don't care.
All right.
Like, more than anything, wait for it to get to streamer. I heard it actually has most of the parts necessary to be good. And, like, the people I was listening to, they really enjoyed it. So I'm not saying it's bad or not. I'm just saying, again, I don't have much movie time. And when I do want to go see a movie, it's something that, like, I'm like, yeah. I have to be like, hell yeah, or it's a no.
Fair enough. American Psycho director Mary Herron is surprised by movie's lingering relevance. Well, I don't know how much I want to get into this one because I've never actually seen American Psycho. I know. But what do you think, John?
Isn't this the one that basically just says that, like, most good business people are psychotic?
Damn, I wish Corione was here for that one. All right. Seth Rogen, Kieran Culkin voice ambitious pigs in first footage from Andy's Circus Animal Farm. Oh, boy. Seth Rogen does not have high expectations for Kieran Culkin in the first footage from Andy Serkis's animated feature film Animal Farm. Serkis directed the adaptation of George Orwell's 1945 novella of the same name that focuses on a group of animals rising up against their owners. Animal Farm premieres this month on the Annecy Animation Festival. Does not yet have a domestic release plan. Bummer. Rogen and Culkin lead the extensive cast that also includes Gaten Matar. Here we go, these freaking names again. Gaten Martirazzo, Glenn Close, Laverne Cox, Steve Buscemi, Woody Harrelson, Jim Parsons, Kathleen Turner, Iman Vellani, and Serkis, of course. Damn, that's quite a lineup of people, not gonna lie. Well, I don't know. I never actually read Animal Farm, but I did read
It's a
1984.
Stalinistic novella about damn it.
What?
It's a communistic novella about Stalinism.
Oh.
I think that's what it was. Sorry, I was trying to remember the line from Archer where he just shouts at Cyril. Animal Farm is a communistic, or it is a novella about Stalinism.
Yeah, because an Archer quote is a reliable source and review, so we may have to check that
No,
one.
it's spot on. It is the summation of what the story is. That's what makes Archer so funny.
Well, alrighty then. Okay. And now the moment that probably 5 of you have been waiting for, whether you're actually here with us live, watching the replay, blah, 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 you know the drill. Star Wars! Mia Goth to play villain opposite Ryan Gosling in Starfighter. Scheduled to open in May 28th, 2027. This is a big deal because for those of you that were here when we were wondering about Starfighter rumors, we had Cameron Pasha here, and he was thinking, well, he wasn't sure if this project was going to get funded, really super off the ground, but obviously Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni know it's not worth axing right away. It looks like we are actually getting some momentum. Now we have the villain cast in Starfighter. So now we've got another kind of gear moved in this, and the wheels have moved forward just a little bit for Star Wars Starfighter. So yeah, it looks like our intel for this movie is and our assessment of Star Wars Celebration seems to be coming to fruition. I personally am interested to see where this could go. I don't know what to expect. I mean, they say it could take place during the New Republic era. Personally, if you were just gonna do, you know, the original Starfighter video game script and it takes place during Episode 1, and you know, that could be cool. But I don't know. I think after Andor, people want to break from prequels. So, what do you think, John?
I agree with you on that take that you just said. It could go before Episode 1, because if you put it before Episode 1, you have a very established Jedi Order. So you already, like, everybody knows what, like, the ultimate is, right? And they know where, like, Darth Vader and Obi-Wan are at the whole time. But at the same time, if you go before Episode 1, it's more along the lines of, like, how did the Jedi Order do it if they weren't all doing all the business, right? Which I kind of feel like is where the Acolyte was trying to go. Was like, there are other versions of Jedi out there. And I think that if written coherently, it would have been a great opportunity to do something like that, but it wasn't written coherently. And I think Starfighter, again, if written coherently, could actually bridge that gap. Like, here's what other people are doing, and they're not the slums, they're not like the bottom of the earth, but they're also not the top of the earth. Like, they're not the Jedi Masters that you're used to. This is just a coherent Starfighter on a Starfighter mission in, like, Star Wars universe, which has so many easy MacGuffins to write off of. All you have to do is write something fun, and then pay your animation team well enough, and you can actually come up with something visually appealing. So, like, that's why I say this could just easily work. That's why the Acolyte could have worked. All the MacGuffins were fine. The person who wrote them into the order that they wrote them into was not fine. And that's really, like, all I think that these people need to know. Like, don't worry about which choices you make in terms of like which parts of the universe you keep and don't keep, because Andor is 100% proof that as long as you write a good cohesive story, even if it's just about a normal person, it's still fine and we'll follow.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, it's progress. It shows that this one might actually take off into something, which I mean, it's scheduled for May 28th, 2027, so it'll probably have to start. Well, they'll definitely, the latest they could probably start filming would be about, probably February, May of 2026. But yeah, looks like it's coming along. All right, now for some food news, because, well, we at the Writer Brothers like food. Mountain Dew has released 2 new flavors for the summer. They have released 2 refreshing limited-time flavors for 2025, Dragon Fruit and Summer Freeze. Summer Freeze, make my teeth rot. Anyway, new Dragon Fruit flavor combines citrus with exotic sweetness exclusively at Wally World starting June 15th. Wow, sucks for me, I'd have to go back to mainland. Fan favorite Summer Freeze returns nationwide in regular and zero sugar, inspired by classic ice pops. Both flavors available 20-ounce, 12-ounce bottles, 12 packs while supplies last. Ooh, I like that can design. Pretty cool. Do the do. Yep. And there's the Summer Freeze. So yeah, there you go. What you shaking your head at, brother?
Dude, I don't drink Mountain Dew. I don't drink soda. I drink an 8-ounce can
You
of
used to
Coke
be
a day.
cool, man. What
No,
happened,
dude, I
man?
have
You
been
used to.
anti-sugar.
We used to
Dude, I've been
get Code
anti-sugar
Red.
since I was 18.
Don't you remember playing video games and we always got Code Red and we always got Mountain
Yeah.
Dew, we got Livewire,
And
we
then
get
I
Baja
hit
Blast from
puberty,
Taco Bell.
and then I hit puberty and my face pepperonied like no other, and I found out that if you don't drink soda, that's one of the easiest ways to prevent it. And so I've gotten myself down to 1 8-ounce Coke.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's the most I'll drink soda-wise. Even like I don't use it as a mixer anymore. I try to stay away from sugar as much as possible.
Well,
That way when I eat it, it's way more fun, and I don't have to brush my teeth as hard.
I got one last little thing for you to consider. For those of you that have also followed this channel for a while, we are big fans of Star Trek Strange New Worlds. So, the Season 3 trailer finally dropped. We are going to take a look. And of course, react to it. Ready, John?
Someone once said space is dark and cold. Our job is to bring light, bring warmth, bring life to wherever we go. Is this a hit it situation?
It's whatever kind of adventure we want it to be.
This crew is a team, the finest Starfleet has to offer.
Indeed.
It's possible they don't know about us.
They know about us.
There is evil in this universe, as sure as there is good.
The choices you make in that chair, they are yours to make and yours to live with.
We await your orders, sir.
You don't trust me with your best friend?
You don't trust me with your baby brother. It's madness.
We have to stop this invasion. Prepare all weapons.
Get to the ship! We are going to find our way out of this together.
It's 1 in 1,000 we get it done right or don't blow ourselves up along the way.
I like those odds. We'll just turn it off before we blow up.
Give me 5. Now, down low.
Why would you do that?
Because you are too slow.
Plausible Spock moment. But overall, what I noticed in that trailer was, compared to season 1 and season 2, that's a bit more of a grown-up looking show than what we've seen. You know, we complained about creative liberties in season 1, although, well, even Jay actually just recently watched season 1 episode 8, where they do the storybook thing where the whole ship turns into the daughter's storybook, and he's like, yeah, that was pretty and I'm like, yeah, no, it was pretty rough. Jay says, fix your phone so you can talk to me about it, jerk. Yeah, but if I fix my phone, you won't put comments in the comment section during the live show when we're talking about it. No. You gotta come on for the Tuesday shows. We do that. All right. So, what's happening with the Entertainment Information Intelligence podcast? Well, guys, we're canceled. No, I'm just kidding. We're half canceled, meaning we're probably going to, starting after next week, we're going to reduce, at least for the next few weeks, maybe until Strange New Worlds drops, season 3. We're going to go to bi-weekly, mainly because summer viewership has plummeted again, as it always does every summer. And we are seeing good numbers on the 3-Minute Intelligence podcast. Sorry you guys didn't get one today. You will get one next week. We had technological differences that are currently being worked out and negotiated. So, yeah. Jay says, I just finished season 2 today. Yeah, man. So you know what we're waiting. You know what we've been sitting on our butts waiting for to conclude. But hopefully starting with season 4, we can get, like, I don't know. You know, I don't need 20 episodes. If that's too excessive, can we at least get back to, like, 14 or 16 for a season? That seemed reasonable for these high production shows and the long, you know, closer to 1 hour view times. So yeah. But congratulations, Jay, on finishing season 2. You're officially caught up on your first Star Trek series. Or did you finish Lower Decks recently? I can't remember if you finished Lower Decks yet. Lower Decks was good. Sadly, we don't have any more that we may see, but for now. All right. John, you got anything else?
Stoked for season 3. Season 3, that trailer was the most Star Trek of all of them so far. The other two were like, we are Star Trek, and we're gonna star the treks and trek the stars. I got this. And then this one was like, yeah, so we know who we are, and we're gonna do what we do best. And it actually acted like it for once.
Right? Like it feels like it's finally, you know, growing into its britches, growing into its boots.
Jokes.
Jay says halfway through LD. Okay, so congratulations, Jay, on finishing your first Star Trek series all the way through. Good job. You caught up all the way to season 2. You are now current on Strange New Worlds. What a happy day. Jay's first Star. I mean, granted, there were only 2 seasons available, so it's not like, you know, it's not like DS9 that's like 7, you know, seasons and 20 episodes per season. But hey, 26 episodes per season. But we get there, right? We get there when you're ready, because you'll probably enjoy it more when you actually want to watch it for your own enjoyment, not, hey, watch it because I said it's good. So yeah. Jay says, there's still a tango scene in the hall there. I'm not exactly psyched to see another musical episode. I'm gonna give it a chance. I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt. Yes, we have a joke with Patton Oswalt as a Vulcan and Spock doing the joke, and it's awkward, but you know what? there was a lot more Spock liberties taken when they did the whole, oh, let's split him into, let's make him human. Yeah, so anyway. I want to thank everybody for watching, Jay Ghost and Sarge. Thank you guys for tuning in. And, of course, our lurkers. And if you're watching us on the replay, please don't hesitate to watch us again and again and again. Like, share, subscribe, tell all your friends. I don't care about that. The dancing. Well, it could be worse. I don't know. Maybe it will be. You just have to wait. Play the wait and see. Just watch the show when it comes out. Have fun, remember? Supposed to enjoy these shows. If you have any complaints, please send them to us at the writerbrothers@gmail.com. We will, of course, address them if and when we can. But yeah, otherwise, I'm Peter York with Writer Brothers. We'll catch you on the next E2IP. Have a great night. This has been a presentation of the Entertainment Information Intelligence Podcast from the Writer Brothers. The Writer Brothers. If you don't like us, we don't care.